quickly on midwives, because we also found out, or I also found out, that your midwives aren't the ones that deliver the baby.
Thought it was America. Listen, those who live in America, you guys have it sweet.
Thanks for the hot chocolate, sir. We'll talk about it, I guess. You want to break it down more into the pod?
So guys, today we are drinking hot chocolate. Emphasis on the hot chocolate. This is how hot chocolate is meant to be made. It's literally chocolate that's been melted, the chocolate has been made hot till it's liquid, and then you add a bit of, well, in this one we've got oat milk.
Oh, thank you. Actually, that's actually really good.
It's a bit of a contradiction because obviously in the chocolate is actually lactose, but
no, but that's okay. I don't want to.
We're reducing the burden on the body.
Exactly that.
So we've got something all the way from West Africa, Ghana.
From Ghana,
King's Bites. Those of you Ghanaians know about this. This chocolate is dead. It's dead. Like it's hard. You have to have jaws of steel to be able to eat it. It's not like the one that you get here where it melts in your mouth. This one is because it's pure cocoa.
Yeah, okay.
But when I discovered that if you chop this up, put it in a pan, melt it, add a bit of, milk. Oh my goodness, it makes the best hot chocolate.
Can I say, Justin's actually never made me hot chocolate before. This is the first time.
Oh, that's crazy. In nearly 20 years of friendship.
Jenny, you've never made me hot chocolate before.
You've never made me hot chocolate.
Yeah, I don't really rant about my hot chocolate like that, innit? Pause. But my tea is nice. My tea is nice. I don't know if I've made you tea before yet, but my tea is
two tea bags.
2 tea bags, let it brew, 5 minutes.
The one your wife didn't like.
No, she liked it.
Nah. You had to make some tweaks.
Chill. Anyway, this hot chocolate is really good. Like, it's actually like 10 out of 10. Like,
yeah, man. Guys, do you know who put me on actually? Dara, the most healthiest guy in our group.
Is it?
He told me, when you guys next come, I'm going to make you hot chocolate. You basically melt chocolate. He still hasn't made it for me, so I need to go to his yard.
Okay,
so I said, when I got this, I was like, let me actually try it, and it slapped.
Actually banged.
Yeah, and you have to combine it with the hobby knobs. Those of you who know about the knobs, the hobnobs. Yeah, man, this is...
Justin likes his biscuits, man.
Are you a dunker?
I'm not a dunker, no. I like to have
play basketball? That's ridiculous. I dunk on him all day.
Jeez. I'm citing it. Hey. Dads in the Shed podcast, 2 dads and we're blessed, so we have to thank God. Parenthood's hard, so we listen and we talk. But Justin, tell him what's in the toolbox.
In the toolbox, Nick, we got a drill to drill down. Dilemmas and the fact we have kids now. So hear us talk about how we raise adults from minors, covering every angle like grinders.
Yes, Dads in the Shed podcast. I am your co-host Nicholas K.
And I'm Justin B.
Yes, sir. A dad to be and a dad indeed. So we are here, 2 dads, giving you 2 different perspectives of having and raising our children. And as always, we want to big up the other dads out there, the mums, the nurses, the midwives,
the stepdads, the babysitters,
the mums, the teachers,
the midwives. We got to shout out the midwives. The mums-in-laws.
The childminders, the aunties, the uncles,
the granddads, the grandmas.
I love how we
nanas.
just add into this list. We're gonna keep adding to this list because I think,
and those who adopt kids as well, man. You guys are the real MVPs.
So shouts to everybody that's doing their part to raise beautiful children and young adults. And here is episode, and I have forgotten the number, so we're gonna have to come back to it later on. But hey,
Sutton.
All right, here we are.
Yeah, man, it's been a minute.
It's been a bit
of a hiatus.
Little bit, just a little tiny one. Thanks everyone that's actually listened and watched our episode so far. Hope you've, I don't know, either learned something or been entertained or been advised on something.
I hope you've been sending your dilemmas. Hope you've been sharing,
yes please,
subscribing, rating us 5-star on all platforms,
and just keep dropping those comments. Really, but we're having fun doing this. We're kind of like we've done pretty much a lot of our season 1 so far, halfway just about through.
Nearly.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm ready to get to the the punchline at the end. We got something special for them at the end.
Okay,
I'm excited for that episode, but. Yeah, man, I'm enjoying the journey. Okay,
so let's do our usual pod introduction with updates on
life.
On our lives.
I forgot. Guys, I've been forgetting that I actually have another kid on the way.
So you have another kid on the way.
Which, life has been busy, work is busy.
How far gone are we now?
something like maybe 16, 17 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. Which is crazy. We're yet to have our first midwife appointment.
Okay.
So it's interesting because obviously the first time we did it, it felt like we were having so many like appointments, which obviously you could probably relate to.
Yeah.
But this time round, I think the second time round, because they know how it's meant to go and you're less, so apparently we're meant to have like one midwife appointment now and then another one. And apparently you're meant to only have like 2 scans, the 12-week scan and the 20-week
one. Fair enough. I think on paper that is the plan.
It's crazy.
But yeah, if you remember from our previous episodes, that didn't go. That's not what's happened with us. We've had about 5-6 scans.
That's pretty cool though. You get to see your baby constantly.
Yeah, listen, and including we booked a 4D scan like separate from the hospital.
I need to try that.
You should do that. They don't do those. But yeah, I'll give a little recap for those that maybe missed when we discussed it in our previous episode. But basically, yeah, for our 20-week scan, I want to say, or 12-week one of those two, they are basically there's like a chart of where your baby is expected to grow, like to match it. They're like a chart to measure. And ours was just like, are you just a little bit
too
less.
much eba and a goosey?
No, not enough actually, because it was just a bit less, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It wasn't baby wasn't growing as much as
so
they
it went from
expected.
0 to 100.
Yeah. So then, because of that worry, they basically they just said, okay, we're gonna book you in to see the for a fetal scan this day, then you have to go see it this day. So, but within that time that they told us that the baby needs to grow more, between that time and the time that we actually went for that fetal medicine scan, baby had grown to that to the expected level. And now we had another scan, our last scan now. And yeah, everything's fine.
Didn't they say it was growing too much at one point?
Yeah, so then I think on like the 4th, 5th scan, they said, okay, you know what? Yeah, now it's the baby doing this now. So it's all good. But
it's around the time Beverly started drinking Supermalt, guys. So
there you go.
Obviously, I'm not a medical professional, but
you did advise that. But yeah, I like to tell that story because you might go through it. Expectant parents out there. When they did tell us, hey, the baby isn't quite where we want it to be, it was a little worry. There is a little bit of anxiety behind it, but at the same time, I was like, okay, let's not panic. All the baby can do is grow. So, and that's exactly what the baby did. And yeah, shouts to the hospital.
God.
Yeah, amen. And shouts to us both for the frequent scans as well, just to really make sure that everything's okay.
How's your midwife been, by the way?
Great question. Really good, man. Like,
they make the difference, honestly.
They really do make the difference. And I really want to, I think we really wanted to use this episode to speak about that. So we are at 35 weeks. I'm looking 36, 34 weeks. So we are at 34 weeks. So it's literally like round the corner from home straight. From
wow, so you're 3 weeks away from when the baby is considered ready.
So at this moment of us recording, yes. That's how. So I don't know. By the time you hear this, who knows? The baby, by God's grace, the baby could very, very well be here. But yeah, basically this is the time around this time when we see our midwife, like, I want to say once every 3 weeks already.
That's nice.
Yeah, but as you get up to the home straight, she's pretty much up there. And now we're gonna see her like every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. So recently, our last one was the actual like sit down to actually like plot our birth plans, like how we want to how obviously Beverly wants to give birth, really. And the options that you have for that, and I implore you all to really research that and Google that and see your options. Whether you want to, you want the water birth or you want the natural, not natural, but like the usual way in the labor ward and all that stuff. And then of course the drugs as well that you can offer for pain relief for labor. We went through that, and I'm going to go through that as well. And then she gave some really, really good advice, man, about how to know what labor is.
Okay.
And about the contractions and that, you guys will know this as well. So I don't really ever want to come off as the educator for these type of things because, just think, but I'll just give you what she told me. It's like 2 to 3 contractions every 10 minutes
is the goal.
That's how you know it's labor time.
Okay.
That's the time.
Oh, that's the beginning of the...
Yeah, that's the beginning. So that's the time when you're at home. Hey, your wife or you as well. Sorry if I'm speaking to mums out there, you might be feeling a little something. Midwife told me you're looking for about 2 to 3 contractions every 10 minutes of when it's time to do that. So it was really nice to know all of that stuff. And she really gave some really advice about just being at home and about how home is really important.
So why didn't you have a home birth?
Well, not for that. I don't want to get to that part. Do you know what? We'll talk about home birth, but she's just basically saying that I'm happy she said that because, in your head, you think to yourself, okay, when your wife's having in labor or whoever's having in labor, you think to yourself, okay,
get to the hospital as quickly as possible.
Exactly. From talking to like you, when you talk about your birth story and from other people, I already knew anyway, the back of my head that actually like you actually just want to be sure until you leave. So I already knew that anyway, but it was still good for her to kind of reassure me and say home is like the best because that's like familiarity.
Yeah.
That's where obviously Beverly is comfortable, or anyone in general is actually more comfortable at home. So she's like, here with it. She just gave us really nice steps to take before you actually get in the car and go, because nobody wants to get in the car and go. You have all of like your bag and all that stuff. You get there and then they just say go home.
Yeah, go home. You're not ready.
You say, listen, didn't you? And you get that. And I don't want to. Do you honest? I want to be one of those dads, and I'm gonna shift this over to you as well. But I want to be one of those dads that like, I don't want to feel like I know everything, but I just don't want to get a stupid look from the nurse or the midwife.
Didn't you?
Yeah. I don't want that. So yeah, to answer your actual main question, our midwife is really, really good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed our last meeting, and I'm actually very excited for our next meeting.
Oh, that's dope. That's how it should be.
That's how it should be. But I want to ask you, but your midwife who you're going to meet for your second child is not going to be the same as your first? Is it the same hospital?
The midwife we spoke to was the one from our GP practice.
Right.
And I think she works for the area.
Okay.
She actually said she could have been there, but her shift changed or something like that. So yeah, I hope it's the same lady. I mean, she was good, but she's not as I guess she's more laid back, so she wasn't as thorough as your one, as in telling us about be at home. And I wish she did, because I was mad. Like,
it's mad.
Let me go to the hospital.
Yeah.
And obviously, when Mona's going through like her contractions, you're kind of letting her kind of like take the lead, because obviously it's her body and whatnot. But at the same time, as the birth partner, you have to know that this is going to be a long process, and you have to kind of make the right decisions for her. So I think in hindsight, I should have probably kept her at home longer, because she's definitely more comfortable at home. I'm more comfortable at home.
Same.
So yeah, but obviously when you don't know how it's gonna feel and what the journey is like, etc. It's like better safe than sorry, which is probably why some midwives don't want to over tell you something that you're going to take as gospel, because they know obviously the power of their words. Yes. But I think it's good that they advise that actually think about it, and obviously if it feels like it's mad, then obviously go to the hospital. So definitely this time round, I think our plan is to be at home for as long as possible. Yeah, I'm with you. I want to speak about just quickly with the midwife and about the drugs, the pain relief stuff. Oh yeah, because it's important. I actually didn't really research or dive too deep into it, which is okay. You don't have to. I mean, it's a bit of a contentious topic, because some people are like, don't give your kid, don't like your child. You're basically abusing your child. You're making them a druggie before they've even left. Yeah. And then some are like, come on, man. However the baby comes out, it doesn't really matter. Exactly. So it's quite an extremes of
it's
this.
Important though. It's actually a really important discussion, because I mean, thankfully, like me and Baby are on the same page of everything. I just kind of walked into it thinking to myself, listen, whatever you want to do is what you want to do, because at the end of the day, it's your body. Yeah. But we fully understand that, if anyone that's listening right now, if you're in a marriage or relationship, or even in some cases where you're having a child and you're not in a relationship, it's good to know, because you might have an opinion, and your your other half or whoever you're having a child with might have an opinion as well. So I will give you guys what they told us. Wait, how did you guys arrive on the same alignment, or was you guys never It was never. I never wanted to put
So
that
you
out
never
there.
really
Yeah, because like I
had a
said,
strong
yeah,
opinion. It's
never.
Okay, cool,
Because
fair
my whole thing was it's her body. That's how I feel. Obviously, a lot of men out there might feel different. You might feel different.
Yeah.
But I walked into that meeting just saying, like, whenever the midwife asked us, "Hey, would you be okay with this?" I never answered once. I looked at Beverly. Whatever she said, she said. If I genuinely had a genuine concern, I'll say it. And I would have said it, but everything she agreed to, I was like, yep, fine, cool. And that's how we kind of came to that decision.
And I think that's okay to also do, because at the end of the day, these are medical professionals. They will never suggest something that's going to damage the body. These drugs are research, guys, and I'm not just saying that because I work in the pharmaceutical industry. Like it takes like years to just get a drug from like inception to it being on the market, and the amount of rigorous process you have to go through with these, like, it doesn't just happen. And obviously there's also monitoring of like the safety of the drug, which is the department I work in, so I know how much work actually goes into this. Like they're not just gonna tell you, oh, just take this. It's not something on the back street alley that they just it's actually all research, and obviously they'll tell you the risks.
So let me go through it with you guys. So first one is gas and air, which I have it here, is I believe it's known as Entonox. It's the most common pain relief for labor, so it's probably what you're going to be taking to the mothers and mothers to be out there. Where it works quickly, wears off in minutes. It just kind of helps you take the pain away completely. No harmful effects to the baby, which is important, because for every drug that they kind of tell you available, the next sentence that will come, whether or not it will affect the baby. So it's just good to start thinking about, if you are planning to have a child, or if you are got a child in the way, start thinking about that type of what relief you want to go under. But yeah, that's the most common one, and the one you'll probably have. The next one is the opioid injection.
Opioid,
which obviously is just a stronger method, really. And known to make you feel more relaxed, even more relaxed, and less worried about the pain. And again, because it's more, this one is more, I don't want to call it more, okay, I guess we can call it more serious. It is the injection, of course, lasts longer, that type of thing. But yeah, you research that on your own accord. They told us more about this, because this is the one that
crosses the placenta.
Yes. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. And I think depending on when you take it, it affects the baby, or something like that. But yeah, this is the one that can be passed on to the baby, so can have the baby feeling a bit
hi guys
when it comes.
Baby come out saying
when it comes out. So that's something to really think about, because again, I don't know, you might everyone just maybe want their baby delivered in a certain way, and so I don't know, maybe you might not want your baby googly eyed or something.
I won't lie, out of all the pain, I don't think we were really on the camp of, so we wanted it obviously as natural as possible. That was our first choice. But obviously we was also of the mindset for our first one, like, if it gets down to it, wherever is like necessary to get the baby here and get Mona through it is most important. So obviously when it gets to the point where she was already past the point where she could have epidural, the main options to you are like paracetamol, codeine, which probably won't do anything, but you can also get these opioids like morphine. And then when they were like, it crosses the placenta and the baby will come out a bit, I was like, that one, no, because
you ruled that one out.
I ruled that one out, because I just feel like that's more of a risk, whereas the ones that are just affecting the mother's body, I'm like, cool, fair enough, because you don't know how the baby's going to react to it. Obviously there would have been loads of studies, etc, and it's going to be fine and probably safe most of the time. But just for me, just the sound of that, even with someone being from the industry, I'm just like, that for me is where I draw the line. So it's not like I'm saying no to pain meds. I'm just like, the ones out of the array of options, that's not the one I would pick.
Right.
And it's funny because epidural is obviously the most effective and the strongest. But yeah, I would rather go for the epidural.
Okay. Well, thank you for bringing in epidural. So that was the last option that the midwife gave us, because it's literally, that's how it's told to us. Like, it's the last resort for pain relief. So you have so many steps to get there, so you can breathe through it. Well, obviously not simply breathe through it, but yeah, that is an option to breathe through it, to have your gas and air, to have your injection. Then okay, you're still in pain, like it's unbearable. You might have to consider epidural. So yeah, it is literally told us it's the most effective. Pain relief, isn't it? But there are some
risks.
I don't know what to call it. Risks.
They are risks because obviously nothing in life is 100%.
True.
True. You know, just a scientific fact. So if anyone tells you anything is 100% safe, take that as a lie.
Yeah.
But I think with epidural, not having done too much research to it, because it's quite like an invasive, like they have to like, I think, inject it somewhere around like your spine, spinal area. So it's really, if the procedural goes wrong, that's where you can have risk with mobility.
Right.
But if obviously this is one of the most common pain relief, so it's not a new procedure. They've been doing it like for donkeys. So I think the risk is obviously mitigated by how long that they've been doing it for, etc. But I think most of the risks will be around the procedural elements.
Right.
But obviously it's a drug at the end of the day, and obviously different people's react to it differently. So yeah.
But yeah, I think as like common folk, we already know people. I mean, I've spoken to people and they always, you know, I've spoken to a lot of people and they usually say, no, I'm not going to do the epidural because there are some side effects such as like the back problems, back pain. But it was always like a hearsay thing for me. It was always like people just always just say it.
Do you know anyone who's had those?
But I've never met anybody that say, hey, like my back's like this because this once upon a time I took epidural and now hear me, I'm limping. I've never had those conversations. So but in the midwife meeting that we had where she was explaining it to us, she explained what epidural is and how it won't harm the baby, blah 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 blah. But she didn't really speak to the possible side effects, right? So once the meeting was kind of done and she asked us the questions at the end, she's like, oh, do you have any questions? I said, you know what, let me just actually like try and actually get some more answers on this. So I asked her, said, hey, you mentioned epidural, are there any, can you just talk through the effects? I literally asked her that, can you just talk through like the bad effects, the bad stuff that can happen from it, which I implore you guys to do as well when you do meet your midwives or any healthcare professionals. Like literally like ask any question you possibly can think of, even if it seems silly, like because that's what you're there for. So I really wanted to like uncover it because it was just such a weird conversation in my head. Is it good? Is it not? So anyway, I asked her to explain it and she was just basically like looking at me like, ugh,
here we go again.
Yeah, I looked like I was like probably the millionth person to ask her that question, and she looked like it was the millionth time that she'd answered that question, because she was like, well, she literally just straight away just started campaigning for it. She was just like, it's fine, it's used all the time, it's very very safe, it's very very effective. So she kind of got that out of the way first, and then she was like, some people link it to back pain, etc, 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 but and this is her words, I'm not sure if there's any, I'm not sure, but she was saying, but there's no statistical evidence to support that and to also refute what that person's lifestyle is, that might be linked to the back pain that they might have. Basically, there's just no cause and effect. Basically, is what there's no evidence to support that there's cause and effect. And then again, she just kind of went back to, this is very well trusted. We've had this for years. Blah 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 blah. And went that way. So it kind of just up to you, really. I just really wanted to just hear from her what her kind of, medical professional educated opinion on it was. She gave me that. I'm still going to do my research on it. Ultimately, it's not my decision. It's up to Beverly, who is the one that's carrying my child. So it could be up to her. But everybody out there, ask around, ask your fellow sisters, whoever that's had a baby, speak to Medicare professionals and make a decision of it. But I really wanted to use some of this episode to kind of speak about it because, man, that's very important.
It's a very important one. And I think, the big thing is for those who know people, people are giving birth all the time.
All the time.
How many stories have you heard where they'd be like, I took the epidural and now I'm like, nah, it doesn't happen.
I've never seen it.
And if personally, it was that common that everyone had at least one story, it wouldn't be something that would be in hospital. Like it's just how it is. These things are monitored all the time. But also I would say one thing that I want to highlight, which is especially those who are like birth partners, that's your role. Like throughout this whole process, making sure you're thinking about the holistic, asking those holistic questions. What are the risks? What are the benefits? You know, what are some people's general concerns? Yeah. How do I make a decision on the day whether I should take it or not? Those are the kind of questions that you should be asking. Yeah. And that's your role, basically. Gather as much information and then make an informed decision. And then also you can ask them what would be your advice based on the current circumstance, because circumstances change quite quickly in the actual birthing process. Yeah. So it's easy to talk now when you're not at the birth, but when you're at the birth, things happen. Yeah. Yeah. Like you're literally given, like a human is coming out of another human. Like it's a very, you know, crazy thing, and things can happen. So you have to take that context into play, and you can't just say to someone, no matter what, don't take epidural. I think that's a very, very ill,
which we both heard, by the way.
Yeah. It's
some people have actually told me
it's bad advice.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Some people have actually told me don't take. I'm pretty sure they told you too, Beverly. Don't take epidural.
Nah,
because etc.
That's very dangerous. What if it comes down to a point where it's like, you know, life or death or whatnot? Some people also say don't ever let them take you to the point where you should have a cesarean as well. There's advice which people are very extreme like, views on, and they pass it on as like fact. And you come out of it and you're feeling like, oh, did I fail because I took the epidural, or am I a bad mother or a bad parent from the jump? Come on, man, it's BS.
Listen, at the end of the day, the most important thing is safely delivering the baby. Facts. And both are safe. So wherever it is to get there, this is my opinion, wherever it is to get there, I'm pretty sure.
And it's the beginning of parenting. Like, you're going to make a lot of decisions which are going to be right for you and your family and your children. This is your first practice. You're going to have parents, you're going to have outside influences, but at the end of the day, make the right decision for your family. You guys know your context, etc. So I think it's parenting begins from that point. Good point. Quickly on midwives, because we also found out, I also found out, that your midwives aren't the ones that deliver the baby. Thought it was America. Listen, those who live in America, you guys have it sweet. Or America or Canada, you know, these areas where it's like you pay for your healthcare, so you get to make a lot more decisions.
True.
But here, when it's free, you think your midwife is probably doing a double shift whilst you're giving birth.
I thought that your midwife is with you until the end. I thought your midwife is the one that says, here's your baby.
You're probably just one in a million couples. They're just like...
So anyway, I was really upset about that. And maybe we need to like campaign and like lobby to like politicians or something.
Hire more midwives.
Like, cause
give us that one-to-one care we deserve.
I'll tell you why I'm upset about it. Because our midwife anyway, from beginning till now, and the future as well, they basically speak about how important like familiarity is. Well, oxytocin, and that's basically just, it's like happiness. Is that like happiness, or just like comfort, a state of comfort within us?
It's a hormone.
Yeah, but it's like the happiness.
Yeah, anyway, it helps with happiness.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just it's very important for the oxytocin to be, you know, high for pregnant women, just for everything, right?
It makes them relax.
Everything.
You release less oxytocin when you're stressed.
Yeah. Speak about the science. This is why I love him. Anyway, this is really important. So our midwife speaks about that being linking that to like familiarity, comfort, etc., right? So all of that is going through my head, thinking, okay, great. So why midwives delivering children?
Why are we not familiar with you?
Oh my goodness.
Why are you a stranger to us on the day where we need familiarity?
This midwife, we're seeing her, like you said, we're seeing her every month, or now we're going to see her every 2 weeks. She's literally like, honestly.
She knows your story.
Oh,
you guys have looked into each other's eyes.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to speak about like, I don't even know. Are we going to get her a present? Anyway, we're going to get her a present because...
you guys are nice, man.
I just feel like there's just something...
mine nothing.
Isn't it? It's not. Did you not?
Nah. Fam, I haven't seen her since.
Did you? Listen, I just feel like there's a connection that we're building with this woman that I don't think we're going to have with anybody else. Like, because... Fam, it's just...
She's done her job then, because I feel the fact that you actually get a sense of she generally cares about your journey. Yeah. That's how it should be.
Yeah. Like. And we had a little blip. We've had a little blip at the beginning where everything's fine, obviously, with the baby. But obviously, she saw us through that. And we had another blip with... Well, I won't get into it, but we had like a little beef thing in the hospital. I won't get into it. I'll tell you off.
With her?
Not with her. With somebody else in the hospital.
I'll tell you bang him?
It was a woman.
Oh,
Yeah. I'll tell you off air because it's not something that I want.
Told Beverly to bang. Joking.
It's not something that I want to be podcast like material.
Yeah, fair enough.
But something happened, didn't it? And even through that, she was very like calming and just really like.
Oh, was she present? Or you told her?
She was around. She wasn't around in the actual situation, but because we went in to see her and then something happened. And then
okay.
Blah blah. Yeah.
Okay.
So she was very calming and very reassuring in that moment. Basically, like,
oh, that's nice.
This has just been like this. By the grace of God, it's mostly been up, but like it has been like this, and she knows through it. Like she knows about it through all. So I just assumed that like. She's the one going to deliver your baby. That the goal at the end of the rainbow, out of this 9-month rainbow, is her just being like, "Hey, we're here," and then we all cry. I just had this like movie in my head.
I do feel like in an ideal world, midwives would like that to do that.
I hope so,
but obviously, it's the nature of the pressure of having free healthcare. It's unfortunate.
But yeah, long story short, we just asked her. I think Beverly must have had that idea as well. I said, "Hey, you're not gonna." She just randomly said, "Beverly just said, oh, so you're not gonna be there," and she was like, "No, I'm just gonna be working." But she was like, "Oh, but I might, huh?" Yeah, she did sound upset, and then she was like, "But you know, if I'm around, if I'm upstairs, I'm planning to like pop down and see you guys." But then I was just like, "Oh."
That's sad.
It's sad. Anyway, I just really wanted to rant about that because I actually genuinely believed that that's how it works. I thought there's like a proper full circle moment.
So would you be willing to pay for your healthcare if that's what you got? If
that's what I got and life is good, 100%.
I agree.
100%.
I agree.
I can't. Can you imagine? Oh my, because again, I know we've spoken about familiarity a lot, but I just feel like I'm speaking for Beverly now, but I just feel like if we're in that room or whatever and it's labor time, and if our midwife walks in, like I think it would like generally help.
You would be releasing oxytocin like crazy.
Oxytocin would be oxytocin would just be flying everywhere, you feel me? So yeah. But yeah, 100% would do that because I could just see it. I can picture it. I can picture our midwife like just being like, "Here," and I'd just be like, "Oh, thank you for doing this for us."
It's crazy though, because whoever you have on the day, like you have to build a very quick rapport with them.
Yeah, and now whoever this person, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna be lovely and they're gonna be
pray because I've heard some stories.
Me too. But it's just I just would like it. And
it actually makes a huge difference. I mean, we had, because of how long we was in the hospital for the first time around, like we got in there at midnight and then someone had to hand over to the day staff. So we had, I think, about 3 changeovers.
Right.
So we had to build a report 3 times. But praise God, all of them were actually really nice. And the one who actually ended up delivering the child was our favorite. And it made a huge difference.
Is it?
Yeah.
How much a difference in terms of like how you felt and just
like she felt like she genuinely cared about our journey. She was so reassuring.
Very
she
key,
took
by the way.
our birth plan very seriously. Whereas I've heard stories where midwives just chuck the birth plan because they're like, we get a million of these. We're just going to do whatever happens on the day.
Yeah.
And some of them don't actually take it serious because you may have in there that you want less intervention. And she actually took that seriously because that actually helps because every time you have someone, doing the sweep and checking on your, levels, of course they're doing it for good intent, but it kind of disrupts your flow.
Oh wait, sorry, do they ask that? Do they ask that for you?
Yeah, you can.
If no intervention,
you want to have less intervention. So meaning they only intervene when it's like absolutely necessary, like the every 4-hour checks where they do the sweep to check how much dilated.
Nice.
So yeah, or else they'll be constantly checking on you, and you'll be like, I'm here trying to breathe. I mean, I'm not a woman, but
it's a lot.
When you're going through it, I mean, that no one want to bit me. Like your whole body is like, let me just focus on this thing.
What's going on?
You want to be touching, and yeah. So yeah, put down your birth plan. If obviously you guys discuss it, because some people want the constant intervention, some people want less of it.
Yeah.
Some people want a very quiet room. Some want to put like quiet room.
Yes.
Low lighting at all times. So even at the daytime, she made the effort to like close windows.
Okay, let's pause there quickly because that is also part of like when it comes to, for you guys to have your meeting about birth plans and stuff. They ask you they told us basically like our room for like our labor room when we're waiting for obviously for when you're waiting to be dilated or whatever, you can
to be dilated.
Yeah, to be how many is it? 8 to 10 centimeters.
Oh, before you can actually get
Yeah.
you have to be at least 4 centimeters.
4 centimeters, at least. Yeah, there you go. 4. So whilst that's happening, basically you have like you can do whatever you want to your room, basically. Like, and she was just basically saying that some people do like crazy music, some people just do whatever you want. Basically, obviously you can have your snacks there, you can have lighting in there, you can have, I don't know, disco lights in there or whatever.
Disco.
You can do whatever you want.
If you have people who are going to be on job to, if you have the time,
Yeah, if you have the time.
let me know if you've ever had disco lights.
Yeah, let us know. So yeah, I just wanted to explain that. But yeah, your one, what was in yours?
It was like candles, like low lighting, the pool, quiet. Apart from the point where we started introducing music, we started playing worship music.
Yeah.
And like minimum intervention. So yeah, even though it went through like the night to the daytime, they were able to maintain that mood. So they took our birth plan very seriously.
Nice. I was just about to ask you something, but I can't remember what it was. For your what you had the pool in there, but
Yeah.
but you didn't. Mona didn't jump.
Mona went in there like maybe twice.
Oh
But
yeah, she didn't like it.
it was annoying with all the pain she was feeling.
Oh, so she said,
Whereas it wasn't calming. But I also think she also went in there too early.
okay.
So I don't know if she's gonna have it the second time round, because really, I think most people try and go in there when it's at like go time, like the last bit where you're doing push, so the baby can come out in the water.
I see.
But some people also find just being in a pool relaxing, so they may use that as their pain relief mechanism. So she tried to use it as a pain relief because the gas in there didn't work for her. So guys, that's where it got techie, because you always hear some people gas in there is like almost as effective as anything because of how their body reacts to it. For some people, it's like, right, this is doing nothing, which is why obviously they end up going for, more intense pain relief. So Mona, it was doing nothing. It was literally like doing nothing. So
Water.
she was, mainly like breathing and then holding on to stuff. So that's why she decided to try the pool as early as she did. But
Okay, brilliant.
it didn't do anything for her. She found it annoying.
Okay. Well, FYI, we opted for the birth center pool for our birth, so hopefully it's received well.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
And play music early. I don't know why.
Oh, when did you press play?
Oh, do you know what we're playing instead? So the hypnobirthing, there's an app which has the like breathing, because the breathing can.
Yeah.
I mean, telling someone 1, 2, 3 for 4 hours.
It sounds jarring, I won't lie.
Nah.
Sounds jarring.
So there's a thing on the app where you can get like a voice to be saying it. So we
nice.
had that playing
We should do that.
for most of the time. And then when it was like close to like go time, then we switched to like gospel and stuff.
Okay.
And that worked quite well actually.
Okay, nice. I like that, because I don't want to be the one to say breathe,
Bro.
to be
I was
fair.
never. Do you know why I'm only even started putting that on? Because we were doing practice and I kept getting it wrong.
You was getting breathing wrong?
Nah, because there's a way. It's like something 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it was like there's a different like rhythm for exhaling,
Right.
and then inhaling,
Yeah.
and
And it's hard to match.
yeah, I'm like.
Your breathing trying to match her. Like, you have to be really.
I was so happy when she said, "Yeah, we're gonna get something else to do." I was like, "Praise God!" And when you're tired as well, bro.
Oh yeah, I hear it. Because yours went
trying to
throughout
do
the
that.
night and all of that stuff. So mad thing.
Yeah, but what's you guys' birth plan?
Well,
What's the details?
okay, so of course, we opted for the births and stuff for the pool. For the actual room itself, I don't think we've gone into the specifics. I've just pretty much tried to say what I would like in there. So of course we're gonna have the snacks
And the disco ball,
and the drinks and stuff. But I just really want to make
fairy
it.
lights.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do the lights. We're gonna do the candles. I think it's gonna be dim in there. But I just really want to make
You're
it
gonna
like.
bring your DJ decks in there.
Yeah.
You're gonna be spinning while she.
Listen, I offered it.
Guys, he said this, so it's captured. Let's see if this guy be spinning whilst the baby is spinning.
I just think, right? Because honestly, after the midwife meeting, it's so funny you said that. Remember after the midwife, we were driving home, and I was like, I'm gonna bring my decks, Let me just. Let me just make it a
I'm just
vibe in there.
imagining me trying to spin whilst I was. Mona would have slapped me. She would have slapped me. What are you doing?
Wait. Obviously, I won't be doing it whilst she's in like pain or nothing.
I'm sure in pain the whole time.
Really?
Yes.
There must have been some downtime.
No, it's
Come
no
on.
downtime, Nicholas.
Are you serious?
The pain is constant. Even after the baby is here, the pain is still there.
Okay, maybe I won't be able to spin. I just feel like I would have created a nice. I would have spanned all her favorite songs.
Yeah, it would be great if she's lucid.
Let's play it by ear.
No, but I actually want you to attempt to do it.
Yeah,
that's she might enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm generally gonna because
you might make her laugh, and that might alleviate the pain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listen, as selfish as this may sound, the midwife. Basically, midwife, all of these like techniques and stuff that they give you, like even the Thames thing that we spoke about, where they give you to contractions, like all of these are just like distractions from pain. That's all they are.
Why do you have to do it in the orthodox way? Why not try something different?
So basically, so
I think you should also do stand-up comedy. Like just have segments of entertainment.
Listen,
and then let me know how.
I can't lie to you. I just feel like that's the role I really want to take. I really want to be like a distractor rather than, I don't know, whatever it is. But I just really just want to and keep the room vibeful for the oxytocin and all of that stuff.
Man, it's using so many.
That's
Can you guys put a camera in the corner and I just want to see you spinning?
Yeah, try.
It doesn't need to be on Beverly, but on you at least.
But if I imagine that like Ward FM. I'll call it a state out. Ward FM. What up, everybody in the building? Ward FM was good. All right, this next track. We about 2 centimeters dilated. All right, let's spin this next track.
That baby go and come out Tootsie rolling.
Dug in.
Sorry.
So anyway, we'll see. But that's probably I like the whole birth plan custom thing because I think it's nice. It's nice. Imagine if they just put you in a room and you can't do nothing to it.
Yeah.
Like I think that's really, really nice.
Which is why, because the amount of effort you put into it, which is why it's important that you have midwives on the day that take it seriously. Because imagine you have like one that's like, I've seen a million on one of these.
Yeah.
And it's like, so why did you make me go through all this effort?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, make sure you laminate it.
Yeah.
And have it in the go bag and then slap it in their hands. If they see how they treat it, and that's where you have to be like,
hey,
could you take it? If they're doing anything that deviates, so you like the birth plan, please. And that's where it gets a bit, because that's your role. You have to make sure that they're doing it to the birth plan. Yeah.
I like that. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. And make sure it's only us in the room, she said.
Oh, yeah, because you can have sometimes up to 2 people. Mums, you want to come through saying, and you know, and parents want to be there, you know.
Yeah, can you let us know? Anybody that's had a child or is planning to have a child, please let us know. Were your parents there? Like,
how was it like? Let's be real.
I'm sure there's good stories, but I'm also sure there's
probably good stories.
Yeah,
I mean, traditionally, I think there's some cultures. If I'm not mistaken, like I'm thinking of like people like Talal and whatnot. I think their one culturally, the guy is just true. Just not there.
Yeah.
And that's just how it's run. He gets the call, he comes through, and whatnot. So I think it's just because people are used to that tradition, probably the woman is also mentally prepared to have her woman, like her mum there.
Yeah.
But obviously we're in the Western world where it's a bit more like liberal, and you know traditions are kind of like different.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Parents obviously have good intentions, but for me, it's like a parent won't want to see their child in pain. And knowing that the child's going to be in pain throughout, and they're going to be making any decision to try and take away that pain just because, you know, they're a parent. Whereas you guys would have had a plan, like, you know, you're going to be in pain. You're going to wait till this.
Yeah.
I just feel like, if it's not a cultural thing and you guys are actually, you know, on board with it just being you two, I think it's a nice bonding experience, and I think that's my personal preference. I think it should be the couple.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree. I'd agree. All right.
Should we move into dilemmas?
I think we should. We've actually covered way more than I wanted to, but
that was just the intro.
Yeah, but I'm happy we expanded on certain things because it's important. And it's a lot of stuff that I learned. I've learned a lot of stuff this week, and it's gonna continue to grow. And that's a big part of why we started this podcast. Is for us to learn and for us to just share what we learned. Really? What who's wrong? them biscuits still going.
They're hitting, man.
Dilemmas. So please, everybody. Well, actually, once I get the dilemma ready, do you want to let them know how they can send their dilemma in?
So, guys, on the Instagram page, on the TikTok page, wherever platform you guys are getting this from, we have an email address. Send in your, dilemmas. You can make it Word. If you want, DM us with a video of your dilemma. That would be dope.
That would be voice note.
Voice note it. That would be proper sick. So yeah, send us whatever is in your head. Whether you have a kid, whether you don't have a kid, whether you're thinking about having a child, or those parents who have been lucky enough to parent to the point where their children have left the coop. Yeah. How's parenting like? When you've done your kind of give us all your dilemmas, send it through.
Could be anything.
And then we'll try and give our take on it. Obviously we're not experts and we're learning as we go along.
Yep.
But I think our opinions will be quite interesting.
It's just real opinions from two dads. That's it.
And our opinions might change over time.
But
it's always we're gonna get how we feel in that moment.
That's right. And the last actually few dilemmas have been really good. But thanks for sending this one through. Hi Justin. Hi Nick. What are your thoughts on stepdad/stepmoms at parents' evening?
Oh, them attending?
Yes.
I mean, straightforward to me.
Straightforward.
They should be there.
Okay. The question didn't really fill in. Let's fill in the blanks.
There's a stepdad and step-parent, which could be for numerous reasons. Dad has passed away.
Yes.
And this person is, filled in.
Yep.
It could be that, deadbeat dad, they don't work with the mum.
Yep.
And they've, either remarried or they got a new boyfriend and he's playing the father role.
Okay.
We also don't have the detail of what age the child is, because I think that's but obviously if they're still getting parents' evening, we can assume they're still in the school year before uni.
Okay.
So they're still young enough to still be needing to be listening to the parents' kind of guidance and instruction. So that's the information we can assume.
Yes. Okay. No.
But we don't know whether the dad is alive or. So let's give. Okay. So if the dad is not alive and they're not.
Of course, it's fine.
That one is fine.
Easy.
There's no one else.
That's easy to answer.
Okay, cool.
That's
perfect.
fine. Yes.
Now the dad is in the picture.
This is the question we need to answer.
Okay, cool. All right. There's two scenarios. There's a deadbeat dad who's alive and present.
We'll put that. No, the deadbeat dad. We'll even put that in that same bracket as the dad isn't around.
Wait. We can make it techie. Wait. Let me finish.
Okay. So go on.
So we'll answer each of the categories. So a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
He's there sometimes.
Yeah.
He doesn't really show up on an everyday occasion, but on occasions where he wants to just puff off his chest, like a wedding or maybe even parents' evening. He may just want to pull up and just be what's my child saying?
Okay, but the child lives with the stepdad.
Lives with the stepdad and the stepmom, and he sees dad on weekends if he's, bothered to take him.
Okay, yeah. Still, in that scenario, I think you should put your name down to put your name as
who are you?
Good. I am the dad.
Okay.
No, sorry, I am the stepdad. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you should put your name down to say I am taking so and so to parents' evening. I'm going to be there. Mm-hmm. If the dad
shows up,
you have to go home, fam.
Nah.
You have to.
I'm telling them, listen, my guy.
You can't tell him nothing.
No. Listen. I'm looking him in the eyes, listen, my guy. You are not there, fam. You are not there. You don't even take him on weekends. You, go on home. Anyone can have sex, but not everyone can be a father.
Yeah, 100%. However, in this scenario, the dad is around.
Bro, what's he gonna do with that information?
He's around.
He's just gonna lock it in his head and
just not 24/7, but he's around.
Nah, but here's my take on it. Yeah, I think it's more important for the active father, whether it be the dad or the stepdad,
blood or not,
to take that information. Because the whole point of that parents' evening is for the person who's active to know, okay, what areas do you need to improve? What areas do you need to, are they doing well on? So you can encourage them.
Yeah.
What is a deadbeat dad who is only there semi of the time gonna do with that information? It's wasted. It falls on deaf ears.
You know what? That's a good point.
I rest my case.
That's a good, very,
So
very
I think
good
the
point.
stepdad has a right to at least make a stance for why he should be there. And
if the child is living, especially if the child is living with
exactly.
the stepdad.
Yeah, say like.
Yeah.
But I think in him being respectful, he should be like, okay, can we, like, let's not fight, let's do it together at least.
Yes.
So at least he can still be there, puffing his chest, and you can at least take the information as the one who's present and actually apply it.
Yeah. I'm with that. Do you know what? I changed my stance on that.
Great.
I feel like that was a good point. That was a good point about, because I think that is important. Like, at the end of the day, in parents' evening, all the teachers are doing are basically saying, hey, they're reading this well, they're not reading this well, this isn't doing that.
Yeah.
So, and then the day, it's for you as a parent. Now take that information, go home and say, well, on parents' evening, you weren't reading this well. So guess what we're going to do at 8 p.m. tonight? We're going to read.
We're going to read. Exactly.
So
and that try,
if
be
you're
like,
giving if you're giving that information
to a dad. He probably doesn't even know the child reads.
Yeah. He just
What was the book that you read last week?
Yeah. He's just probably just gonna nod along and just say, "I took my child to parents. I was there at parents' evening," and then it just becomes a next thing.
But if it's a scenario where, there's a stepdad in the picture, they're living with the stepdad, cool, but the dad is active and actually is making an effort.
Yeah. If dad's active, sorry, stepdad.
Yeah, stepdad, step aside.
Yeah, step aside. Pun intended.
Or let the mum go or something like that. I still think it should be a scenario where, cool, they should maybe see, he should ask the dad if he can attend as well, because obviously he's active, so he's gonna apply it.
He's gonna have to know that
But
stuff.
if the dad says, nah, I just want to be the one there, he's gonna have to stick a step back. The dad is still being a dad.
Yeah.
Just not
In that scenario, I think this is what I was trying to, I think in that scenario, my answer, which I'm gonna say, I had it for everything, but my answer was basically that, listen, the stepdad stays at home, dad and mum go to parents' evening, they all come back, and then they just kind of report it. Hey, this is what they told me about my son and my daughter. Can you make sure this that happens? Blah, blah, blah.
Cool.
And then they go, and that's basically my solution. But I'm only going to use that solution now for the scenario where the dad is active and everyone's just basically active. So at least that way it's fine. We'll come home, we'll have a meeting about it, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not going to use that for the first scenario where you said the dad's a deadbeat. Da, 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 da. In that case, no, it's basically whoever is the one that's is active should be the one.
It just gets techie if the deadbeat dad doesn't actually process that he's a deadbeat dad. That's when it gets low.
Yeah, that's when it gets, you're delusional. And at that point, but
So,
really
man.
good question,
That
man.
was
I
a
really
great
like that
question.
one.
I enjoyed that one.
Everyone, please chime in on that.
What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah.
And those of you who've had like real life experience of that, let us know what go on.
Yeah, because that's a sticky one still. But please, stepdad, stepmoms out there, just remember that one's a dark throat. So just everybody just be nice, Sha.
Do you think the school could play a bigger role in that, adjudicating that?
I think in dream world, yeah. Like in
So
the
in
world
dream world,
where
how would it work? And we say dream world, but there's people paying like private school money and they have a say.
In a dream world, I'm all for that. I'm talking about the world where, Martin Luther King is like, listen, you guys can all be, everyone can just get along, right? In a dream world, 100%. In a dream world, I think schools should have like
a big say.
Courses, classes, or even like, I don't know, social things for like step people, stepmoms and dads to like come to or whatever, and everyone just kind of just kumbayas and just talks about their children in a dream world. But in the real world, people don't want teachers and schools in their business like that.
Yeah,
so
true.
It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But that would be. I genuinely think that would be great. I think it would be great. I hate seeing like disputes happening. I grew up watching Jeremy Kyle show, right? Like religiously.
That's stupid shit.
And I hated like seeing like two like parents or 3-4 parents arguing about like, I don't know, the DNA of a child and this part, or you don't. That's the worst. Quickly, we're going off topic here, but it's relevant. The worst ones I'd hate seeing Jeremy Kyle is when you'd have like boyfriend, girlfriend, and they a boyfriend, girlfriend, and a baby dad. The dad is obviously the father, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're just arguing or whatever, and then like this dad has no say basically because he just isn't.
He isn't biologically.
Yeah, that's when it's just like techie. I hate those. And then in the rut of that, they're all fighting each other because they're like, I should be there, you should be. They're all fighting for the love of the child, but they don't realize that that's what's causing, that's causing rift, and that's gonna actually like affect the child growing up. Nobody ever realizes that. Everyone's always like, I love that child so much. Oh, F you, you're not the right child. They're doing all of that. Yes, your intention is, I get it, like your heart's in the right place, but like all this,
what does the child need, man?
Yeah, and all of this beef and all of that stuff, it's just hurting the child.
Yeah, I think the ones that I hated was when obviously a dad has been like parenting and he actually generally loves the child, bring a bond, and obviously he assumes that it's his kid, and then he gets the DNA test and it's like it's not kid.
Yeah,
those episodes actually break my heart.
Yeah, those were the worst because even
and I can't even imagine that.
The way Jeremy would just be like, and then Jeremy, how he would do it was that like he would obviously he'd interview them first. Oh, so you've just been taking care of this child, paying for everything, and you don't even know it's yours. And then the guy would just be like, he'll be, you know, because you know you're the victim, so you just but your chest is like this. You'll be like, yeah, you know, because that's what any man would do. And, and then everyone's in the crowd.
That was my seed.
And everyone's in the crowd is just like, oh, what a man, what a good. Yeah. And then Jeremy and then obviously you have the whole suspense of somebody coming out with an envelope. He gives you the envelope, opens the envelope. And then before he opens it, he goes, I hope this works out well for you, sir. Every time. He'll just say, he'll slowly open it. Such a good man. Still opening it. Hope this works out well for you. So much suspense. The guy just there. And then he just results show
you are not the father.
Yeah. God forbid. That is not my portion. That is not my portion.
God forbid.
But shouts to all of the stepdads that's doing that though.
You guys are...
Yeah, because I did see a lot of episodes too where they find out and they just say, you know what? That's still my child. I love you, baby. Yeah. Then it's just all just and then Jeremy just goes, oh, you are really a top man. Do you know what? I knew before I opened this result, so you did it. It didn't really matter, did it? Listen, I watched every episode of Jeremy.
Yeah, you watched it a bit too much. All right, cool.
All right, what we got? We got some jokes?
Dad jokes. I haven't actually prepared, so give me a minute.
Okay, so I'll introduce it. So this is the part, guys, the favorite part of the show towards the end. But we like to end with like dad jokes. So we're doing a little competition right now. Justin says when I say one, whichever one you guys find is funnier, please let us know. Just maybe quote the episode and say who was funniest. Or the people in the room when we have them, our lovely producers in the back, our pregnant producers. They'll usually kind of do a little loud belching laugh and let us know whether it was funny or not, or it's just crickets. So yeah, we usually do one each.
Nicholas.
Hello, Justin.
I don't trust stairs.
Stairs?
Yeah. Do you know why?
Why?
Because they're always up to something.
Oh my days, Beverly! Yeah! Beverly! What's wrong with you, man? She's in the back like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Sorry. Hey guys, I got this in a bag.
Oh my gosh.
All right, cool. Your turn.
Which bear is the most condescending?
Which bear, Nicholas?
A panda.
A panda.
Yeah, a panda. Condescending.
It was decent. Yeah, condescending. Yeah, it was.
No, it didn't get much reception.
I think I won that one though.
Yeah, I can't lie. That might be the first landslide victory as well, because the other ones have been debatable.
Guys, vote for which one you liked. You know, and it wasn't the usual tell me this, fam.
Yeah,
you know, we take it up to different levels, you feel me? Yeah.
We had a lot of fun in this podcast as always.
Yeah.
We always start the pod off with thanking everybody, you know, the midwives and all that stuff, and fathers and stepmoms out there. But you know what? Thank you guys for watching and thank you guys for listening.
Honestly, you guys are the real MVPs.
You're the real MVPs.
As long as you share, like, subscribe, and rate us 5-star on podcast. If you don't, then you're just an op.
Forget about it.
You're just an op.
But yeah, it's been fun, man. It's been fun. It's been good. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've smiled. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope this has made, if you are pregnant or you're expecting a child, I hope this has made done something to that journey, made you feel more at ease with things and comfortable. Because that's at the end it is. Like, I'm about to be a first time dad. You're still kind of.
I'm gonna be a second time dad.
Yeah, but like, there's still stuff to.
No matter, they say every child is different.
Yeah.
So you just gotta take the journey as it comes.
Yeah.
And you know what? You gotta enjoy it. Enjoy the ups. Enjoy the downs.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, it's a journey not everyone actually has the privilege to experience. So
That's the one. Well said, bro. Well said. Well said. And that's it. It's been Dads in the Shed podcast. I am your co-host Nicholas K.
I'm Justin B.
Yes, sir. I'm a dad to be, and he's
A dad indeed.
that's right. And I guess we'll see you next episode.
Peace.
Peace.